Next thing we're going to spend some time on is just drills. And way I've got these drills set in here that we're going to go over. I started the elementary level of the drills. I moved to middle school. I moved to high school. I moved to collegiate. It's not so much that they're elementary, middle, high school, and collegiate, that they progress in difficulty as I go through them here. And you want to start even your high school kids on the basic one that I would call the elementary or the first level of the drills. And as they start to feel comfortable in the drills, then you can elevate it to new levels. But you know, if you're starting out, you want to start with the first one. That's the first one we're doing here. This is a coach-directed drill. So coach is standing out here. All right, bottom guy, step up with the far leg. Okay, now step up with the little leg, near leg. Okay, you do a sit-out. Okay, now quad pod up, where you get your butt in the air. You have the 4 points down. So he walks the kids through it one at a time. The kid then activates from here. What we're going to do is, I'm riding here. The coach says, okay, step up far leg, bottom man. Okay, as soon as he steps up, I have a choice of two. Okay, we're going to go far cradles first, guys. All right, bottom leg, step up. Bottom man, step up far leg. Okay, push into him, slide up from chest on chest to tummy on chest. Go from chest on chest, slide forward, so you get down to your tummy on his back. Okay, chest on the back to the tummy on back. From here, slide forward, reach over, elbow joint at the neck, down at the knee or a little bit above the knee, lock your hands in the butterfly grip or regular finger roll grip, and I like on the side, the cradle side. Okay, let go, back here, now you're riding opposite side. Okay, bottom guy, step up far leg. He steps up far leg. Instead of going to the far cradle, which I certainly could do, the coach would say, okay, far cradle again on the other side. Also, he might say far cradle or near cradle, opposite side. So he steps up far leg, I spin to that side and I drop off. Spin behind him and drop off. Down a little near cradle. As soon as I got my near cradle, I can let go. I'm on this side. All right, bottom man, quad pod up. I'm here, he starts coming up. Quad pod near. So from here, I drop down to a near cradle and lock my hands. Okay, goes back down. Maybe I go to the other side. Again, coach directed. Quad pod up. Spin the other side, drop off to a near. Spin behind him, I'm going slow. Spin behind him and drop off. Boom, down to a near cradle. Back up. Okay, far cradle, step up. Step up, far cradle. Just reach over, go to a far cradle. Step up, slide, boom, lock your hands. Okay, so we have the step up, quad pod up, or the bottom guy can sit out. All right, bottom man, we're going to do a sit out. Bottom man, sit out. Top man, chest pressure for our cradle. Chest pressure for our cradle. So I'm going to get chest pressure forward. That holds him still for a second. Come out, sit down next to him. Slide my knee in here, not my foot. Underneath the leg, under. Lock my hands at his head here. Not down here at the legs, here at the head. Okay, I'm done. I let go. He goes back to his base. I stay with him here. Coach says, okay. Bottom man, sit out. Top man, chest pressure, spin to a near cradle. Here he sits out, chest pressure, spin 180 degrees to the front, reach down, lock your hands in a near cradle. Okay, and if you want, you can teach him then say, okay, then go forward roll. Finish it, then we'll come back up. Okay, coach. Here, forward roll. Catch the leg, finish the cradle, lock it up, let go of it, come back up, and do the same thing. So all we're doing is just walking through. Move to move to move. Coach says this, move that, move this. And we're going far cradle here. You could probably even slip in crossface cradles in the same thing. Okay, so that's the beginning drill for near and far cradles. You can add crossface cradles in there if you wanted to and teach it the very same way. Okay, now, next thing is, okay, bottom man is always going to quad pod up. He's going to get his butt up in the air and we're going to spin to the other side. Very similar to what we just did there. But as soon as he comes up, I'm just spinning and dropping. Okay, from here, he comes up. Spin, over, and drop off. Boom, near cradle. I come back down. Okay, he comes up, I spin over and drop off into a near cradle. I'm spinning around, dropping off to a near. All right, the idea is starting to look for the cradles as he comes up into the quad pod position. Okay, and then we have chest pressure. This is one that works really well for a drill, and I would use this pretty quickly in my kids program, my high school program. And this time I'm giving him chest pressure. If I'm pushing the car out of the snow, I put my hands on the side of the car in the back. I don't put my hands on top of the hood and try to push. It doesn't work. Hands on the side. So I'm going to do that same thing here. I'm pushing him from the side. So I'm using my chest on his side. I'm not going to have my chest up on top of him. It doesn't work. It's not really on the chest as much as my hips are. I'm pushing with my hips. See this? I throw my hips into him. See how his body's starting to move this way? So from here, what I'm doing is I'm going to give him chest pressure. I'm going to start pushing him out here at 3 o'clock. Or in this case, 9 o'clock. As I'm pushing him here at 9 o'clock, he puts his leg up. He has to. If he doesn't put his leg up, he's going to fall over. So every kid you wrestle is going to do exactly that. Okay, come on back from here. Hip pressure, he steps up, far cradle to back and finish it. Okay, as soon as you do, come on back to the other side. Pressure into him, he steps up. Now I may jump over, drop to a near cradle. I let go, I'm in that same position, not feeling any time. I chest pressure in. Now I spin this side and drop off into a near cradle. I come back up, chest pressure in. I may reach over and take a far cradle. So all I'm doing is chest pressure in, chest pressure in. He's feeling the pressure. He's putting the leg up. I can reach over to far cradle or spin over to the near cradle. Okay. Now, on this one, we're going to do a cradle roll around, where here is, I'm getting a better kinesthetic sense of where I am, where my body is in relation to him in my cradles. I'm just going to get a cradle, a near cradle, and I'm going to start rolling around, flipping over this way, that way. I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to go any way I can dream up. And anytime, key here, anytime you're in trouble with a cradle, or you don't know where you are, you can't figure it out, when in doubt, bridge. Hit a bridge. Not that you're on your back, not that you're in trouble, but a bridging action puts him right back on his back and allows you to come back up on top of him. So it's an offensive movement, it's not defensive like you're in trouble. So what we're going to do is take a near cradle here, and all I'm going to do, head to the side here, high leg over, roll. Hold him on his back for a second. He comes up. I mean, from here he's sitting down. Okay, fine. I do a forward roll. I'm holding to track. I roll him here. I'm just rolling any way I can. I get to here. I somehow go, how the heck did I get here? When in doubt, plant, bridge. When you do, you come on back over, and you're back in control. Time to reverse. Take the other way. The idea is we're rolling all over the place. And if I had a younger back, I'd have a better approach. I don't know. But that's the idea. So no matter where I am, I'm starting to get a feel that I'm okay. I know how to come back up on top. If I'm in some funky, twisted position, hit a bridge, and back over you go. Now we go into a cradle re-cradle drill. It's a lot of fun. When you match this up, this is a competitive drill. And it's a live go competitive drill. And what you want to do is match up willpowers in your wrestling room. You can have a tough 25-pounder go against a tough 45-pounder, and it'll be an even drill. You can put a 25 and 30-pounder together, and the 25-pounder's tough, and your 30-pounder's average, it won't be a drill. The 25-pounder will kill him. So match up not weight classes in this, match up experience or competitive wills. You can go 3 or 4 weight classes away, and it'll be an even battle if you've got 2 ornery SOBs that both think that they're the best things to slice bread. And clearly I'm better than Jake here, so I'll just do my best to dumb it down for him. There you go. Okay, cradle re-cradle. On your hands and knees, face me. This is how you start it, gentlemen. Hands and knees, I reach up over top, get his chin. I face him head to head, ear to ear. I reach up, grab his chin. He reaches up, grab my chin. I step up, he takes a near cradle. He steps up, I take a near cradle. And now, from this position, and when everybody gets in this position, you blow the whistle. And now whoever gets his leg hooked in on the other guy wins the position. We're going to roll around a little bit without trying. We're not going to go competitive here, but you're going to see how it works. We're going to roll around without getting legs hooked in, and you can see how it looks like 2 cats fighting over a ball of yarn. And when we want to stop this, we just get a leg hooked in. Whoever gets the leg hooked in first wins. It's a war. It's a lot of fun, guys. Cradle, re-cradle, go. Okay, let's start again. From here, everybody. He reaches up, he puts his hand around my chin. I reach up, grab his chin. He steps up, gives me the leg. I lock a cradle. I step up, give him my leg, he locks a cradle. And someone says, ready, begin. And we start rolling. Okay, here, he went hold me. For a second, I push up my leg here, boom. And now I have Nick's back. I get here, he pushes up. I take it this way. You want to put this to stop? Get a leg up, take. Nope. And when the leg is hooked in, rolling stops. But you get the idea how. And you get two competitors going 2 or 3 weight classes from each other. It's a great deal of fun to watch. Okay, bottom end. Now, another drill. It's a spinning drill. The old basic spin behind, put your chest on top, spin around drill. And now this guy, I don't know when he's going to do it. As I'm spinning, he's going to step up something. Left leg, right leg, quad pod up, sit out. He's going to do something, and I don't know when he's going to do it, and I don't know what he's going to do. His job is not to screw me up. It's to do something and stop. He's not to go here, and then I don't go for something, he goes, you know, and does something just the opposite. Once he commits himself to do something, step up far leg, step up near, he freezes in that position. I have to say, oh, there it is. Figure out what there it is, and then lock it into a cradle and take him on over. Then we come back, we do the spin again, and he does something else. So I don't know when he's going to do it or what he's going to do. So I'm just spinning. As I'm spinning, I just stay here until he does something. Oh, step up, go. Lock it here, take him on over. Done. I come back, he gets on top, he starts spinning left, he starts spinning right. He doesn't know what I'm going to do or when I'm going to do it. My turn. So I don't know what's there. Maybe it's going to be a near, maybe it's going to be a far. But I'm spinning, changing directions, and sooner or later he's going to do something. When he does, I've got to identify it. I've got to put myself into the finished position for it. I've got to lock it up. I've got to take him over and make it happen. Now, last thing I want to show you here is a more advanced drill. I call it my metronome drill. Like a little metronome, tick, 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 tick. It's a systematic way of drilling your cradles, okay? What he's going to do in the bottom now is he's going to slowly give me something that he just did before, that step up this way. His job is to go slowly. Tick, 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 tick. It's not like he's going all over the place. He's just slowly stepping up with this leg, stepping up with that leg, sitting out over here, quad podding up. So he's getting in positions, and as we go along, my job is to see what he did, see what he gave me, lock it up, take him over, hold him to the count of 2, 1001, 1002. Then I let go of the cradle. I keep my weight on him, which you'll notice, while he's still in the down position. And I make him build back up. And then he gets back into a new position. I drop off, lock it, take him over, hold him 1001, 1002. I let go, keep my weight on him. You don't let go of him, get off of him, and let him get back into position. You stay with him. He's going tick, 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 about that speed. You don't have to go faster. All you're trying to do as a coach is make me aware of things. Lock it up, finish it up, take him on over, make him carry your weight. It goes a little bit like this. I'm just riding here, he steps up, I sit for a cradle, tick, lock, take him over. 1001, 1002, let go, keep my weight on him. Keep my weight on him, make him come up. I push into him. He tripods, quad pods up, near, hook, take him on over, hold him. 1001, 1002, let go, bring him down. Keep your weight on him, keep your weight on him. Push into him. He stepped up. Okay, over. Take him on back. 1001, 1002, let go. Keep your weight on him, keep your weight on him. Step him on near, sits, full roll, off the leg, 1001, 1002, let go. Keep your weight on. Keep your weight on. Keep your weight on. Steps up again, far side. So the idea is I'm making him work his way up. I'm making him carry my weight. I'm spinning from one side to another. It's more like pouring water. It's fluid. You're starting to see a smoothness to it. A couple years ago, it would have been smoother. Okay, if I'm going in from one move to another move to another move. Far cradle, near cradle, cross face cradle, bottom leg cradle. I could just jump around from one thing to another. And each one ends with a 1001, 1002. I let go and we go back to our base. Now, there's 3 odds and ends I wanted to show you. That ends is, it's not a drill. I didn't know where they fit into the cross-face, bottom leg, near cradle, under leg cradle that we were going over, things to talk about. Okay, when you have a near cradle and you have him on his back and the near shoulder is up, sometimes this will happen. How do you get it down? These are those little what-ifs we take place a lot of times in wrestling. I have my hands locked, I have the leg hooked in, I have him here, and this near shoulder is still up. Right here, this near shoulder is still up. But I've got him tight. How do you get it down? If you could drive a stake down through my heart, being a vampire, kill me, you know. Okay, hold this part still and let my legs go out that way, rotate out, which that's what I'm gonna do. Watch what happens to the shoulder. Here I'm hanging on to it. Scoot, scoot. Now, I'd scoot normally quicker than I am now, but and your shoulder's now down. I scooted from here to here. My upper body stayed still. I scooted, what, about 2 feet, and that slowly inches that near shoulder down. So, when you get here and that near shoulder is up, and you're fighting it, scoot, 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 scoot. As you scoot, that near shoulder pops down. Okay. And something I covered on our metronome and our cradle re-cradle drill and our roll around cradle drill. When you're on your back, when you're anywhere on the mat and you have a cradle on, and you're not sure, that's near cradle, you're not sure where you are, hit a bridge. Just hit a high bridge. If he's completely on you, if he caught you, you have a near cradle, you're here, and he caught you, and you go, uh-oh, I don't like this position. Plant and bridge. You can go much better bridge than I can anymore. Okay, he's down here, and I've got him caught here. Okay, I'm starting to get him here. He's not in a good position. Don't let go and bail out. Just plant your feet, hips up, and then toss me right back off it. So, when you're caught, plant your feet, hit a bridge, and you're taking the cradle when you're doing this with it. You're throwing it over your head, and you'll throw him right off you, and you'll be right back in control. He'll be on his back. Match is going to end. So instead of bailing out, letting him get a reversal and 2 back points on you, or 2 and 3, or have you bridging there for a while, bridge ahead of time. Don't wait till bridge when you're losing points. Bridge before you're losing points, and you end up getting the points. That's up to you. So when in doubt, bridge. Last thing I want to talk about is pinning in general. Here's one of the basic rules that I stress with our kids, and it's paid major dividends in all my years of coaching. It's be aware of your location in relation to the out of bounds. Jake wrestled in the state semifinals last year and had a young man kicked him right over on an elevator, which I'm going to show here in a couple minutes, and caught him right at the edge. First thing came out of my mouth, turn him around! Location, location! I usually use the word location instead of saying turn around. Turn around I used to when he was younger. Now it's just location. He knows when I say location, that means turn him around. When you're pinning a guy, half muscle cradles, bar arms, I don't care. If the guy's next to the edge, his opponent or his coach is saying, location, Johnny, look at your location. And what his coach is basically saying is, get your butt out of bounds, you're right next to the line, stupid, is what he's saying. And if you get out of bounds, referee stops the match, you get off your back, you get a fresh start in the middle. So if you're doing the pinning, the edge is dangerous. Okay, so what we're going to do is slowly work over this way to the edge. And Jake's going to have me on my back and I reverse half Nelson right here. Okay, from here, here's the out of bounds line. When he has this, the coach is saying, location. I'm going, you're right. I'm going to start heading out of bounds to save myself here. Now this isn't a cradle, but we'll turn this to a cradle in a second. The first thing Jake needs to do is he needs to put himself out of bounds. He's going to circle 180 degrees that way and just keep circling around. There. Now he's out of bounds, I'm in bounds. I cannot drive that way and go through those two major thighs. It doesn't go that way. I've got to go 29 feet that direction to get out of bounds. So he's turned me 180 degrees. So now he can concentrate now on pinning and not concentrate on trying to keep me in bounds. If he stays over here and tries to pull me in, I can drive off my legs better than he can pull me in. And I'm going to get out of bounds. If he turns me around, I can't go that way. I can't drag my feet and pull myself that way. It won't work. Okay, so anytime you have a guy on his back, in a cradle, a headlock, a half Nelson, bar arms, I don't care what it is, the very first thing you do when the guy hits his back, you think, number one, where am I located in relation to the out of bounds? Number one. And if you're in the middle, forget you even just thought of that. It was just routine you thought of that. Number two, how much time's left? You should have a sense of whether it's probably a minute and a half, probably 45, somewhere in that neighborhood, or boy, it's really close to the end of the period. If you have plenty of time, you take your time. You lock it up, you stick it. You know, if you take an extra 15 seconds to pin the guy, take an extra 15 seconds. So you do it right. The object is not to go fast and make mistakes, it's to go slow and do it right. Okay, so, where am I located? If you're in the middle, no problem. At the edge, turn him around. How do you turn him around? You use your legs, you put yourself out of bounds. Turn him around, put your legs here, out of bounds, so he has 28, 29, 30 feet, whatever the size of the mat is, to get out of bounds. He is not going to demoralize the guy. He was right here, that far from getting out of bounds, and now all of a sudden he's that far, 30 feet from getting out of bounds. Oh no. You know, it takes him down a little bit. Good thing to do. How much time's left? You know, if you have 10 seconds less to go, then you have to scramble. Forget the technique, forget locking it in, forget tightening it up. Just squeeze all you got because you don't have any time to tie it up. You know, squeeze and grunt and see if you can get the pin because you don't have time to get it technically right. There's no time on the clock. You got plenty of time, take your time. You know, if you're in the middle, don't worry about it. So, where are you located, how much time's left, and once you go through that thought process, boom, boom, those two thought processes, then you can go into spend your time on pinning. So pinning, whether it's half Nelson, forearms, half Nelson, cradles, whatever, doesn't matter. Take your time and look for what you're doing and where you're located on the mat, and you'll have a lot of success. Okay, in the bonus material, these are things that I did when I wrestled. I think you'll enjoy them. Standing Whizzer. A lot of times you'll get into situations where you gotta take an underhook on you. Okay, from here, you can go into a standing Whizzer. Now, the underhook, coaches tell you, he's in an advantage position. Well, I think I'm in an advantage position with the overhook, but that's personal opinion. Okay, here, I turn my side. Why I turn this into an advantage position is what I do with this leg. When as long as he's in the underhook position, he's got the offense. I turn my side to him so we're facing the same direction, and I stick my leg between his legs. The further I get my leg in here, the more I control him. Okay, now I'm in the control position, because I think so. Okay, as long as my leg's in here, splitting his legs. I don't want it just standing here. I stick it in there. Deeper the better. Okay, now, from here, if I start hitting the Whizzer, you know, trying to Whizzer it down, he's going to fight me and go, no. And see, he's lowering his level to get upright here because he doesn't want to fall forward. As soon as I do this, that near leg's going to go here. I'm going to do a leg cut back. This leg's going to go up, boom, catch that foot. This hand's going down behind the knees. Okay, once I have the cut back, I turn it into a cradle. Okay, from here, I lock my hands. Now, I don't have a regular cradle, but I have kind of his head because his arm's attached to his neck, which is attached to his head, and I still get the leg here. I got a cradle. It's a modified cradle, but I still got it. Okay, cut back. Okay, we can do the same thing from standing with a single leg on. If he's fighting here, and I got a shallow Whizzer, I'm fighting here. What I want to do is if he can stay a right angle, if he can keep his feet in a triangle position here, okay, triangle, he wins the position. If I can get my leg around so it goes point, 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 straight line, I win the position. So if I can hop, hop, hop around, so now the feet are in a straight line, I win the position. A triangle, he wins the position. He can jab me down, bump me, lift me, change off and flare me. Okay, single leg pick up here, fighting, hop, 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 just for a second, back down, behind the knee, catch the leg here, boom, boom, cut back. Lock your hands, straighten your leg, cut back. You can go from standing with a Whizzer, you can do it when you're fighting with a single leg. Hop, 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 straight line. Okay, we have a Bill Smith throw. Bill Smith, 52 Olympic champion for the United States. He was really good in this Whizzer. And from here, It's a whizzer, but most whizzers are whizzering a guy down. In this case, you have to be a little taller, or equal to his height or taller than he is. If you're shorter than he is, forget this one. Bill Smith was tall in his weight class. I'm going to hit the whizzer. I'm coming in. This is, you'll see this in judo in here. Here, and I'm coming right up the crotch. I'm coming up straight up between his legs, and I'm lifting him up onto his tiptoes. I want to lower my hip in here and get him up. As I do that, I'm going to throw the whizzer. But the whizzer, I'm picking him up. I pick him up and then whizzer. I don't whizzer him down. That'll be a mistake anyone makes, if you have one to make. Here, leg comes in, up. So my outside leg comes in behind me, here, step, lift, and over. Okay, that's slow motion. Okay, now we have the same position in here. If he's looking to reach across the bear hug, in me, coming in the bear hug, there, to lock me up. As he's coming in, I'm going to catch his arm at his elbow joint. Elbow joint, elbow joint. Here, or even as the hand's locked, I'm going to come in and go through here. I'm not going up to his armpit. Elbow joint, here to here. And now I'm going to do is lock my hands. I have a headlock, but it's a different headlock. I'm pulling my arms to me this way. And I'm catching at his elbow, not up here. I will lose it if I catch him with the armpit. I'm wrestling in here. He reaches across, he locks his hands. In here, catch it. Elbow joint, lock my hands. I stay down, up, throw. Okay, here you're fighting here, wrist control, you're fighting him here. He reaches across, in. Elbow, up, lock. Don't lock it here. You will lose the position. Okay, you have nothing on you. Elbow joint, now you do. Hop, hop, hop. Don't do it this way. Hop, hop, hop. And coming up. My head stays the same height, and I go through them. Hop, hop, hook, and throw. Okay, last one. From the standing with the whizzer, is he gets tired of me being here between his legs. If he can get his leg in front of mine, here, he can hip toss me or whatever, and over I go. I'm going to make him step that leg. Okay? I get to here, as he steps in front of that leg, I'm going the other way. So it's a lateral drop action. Okay? Here, he steps. That's a lateral drop action. Okay, so we have those from the standing whizzer. We have what is called a dresser dunk, named after Kevin Dresser, wrestled in Iowa many years ago, NCAA champ for Iowa. He was really good at this, thus dresser dunk. We'll do it from down. I take a shot, I'm on my hands and knees, he sprawls away. Okay, I take a shot, boom, here, he sprawls. Now from there he has his hands on the overside of my arms. He turns at an angle, comes out here at the angle, and when he does, as I start to go, I don't like this position, as I start coming up, his arm comes out from over top of my arm, comes in front of my head, to there, grabs my knee, drives over, and catches me on my back. Okay. Okay, he starts with his hands over top. Okay. Pulls me here, comes out to the side, the guy starts getting up. Hand goes from here, underneath, over, under, to the knee, pull, and run past it. Do the same thing for standing. Here he pulls my head down, boom. His knee here. See, he's already ready to go. Come on back. Okay, pulls me down and changes. Okay, here, pulls me down, boom. He's ready to go. As soon as I start going, I'm in trouble, I start coming out. He grabs the knee here, pulls the arm. Okay, dresser dunk. I shoot in on a single leg on him, and he's going to sprawl, he's going to reach across, he's going to double my arms up, he's going to turn and face the same way we're facing. He's going to step over me like getting on a horse. Okay, which leg? In a single leg, here. He's going to elongate his legs, which stretches my arms out. He's going to take his whizzer arm, come the whole way across, and grab my elbow. From here, he turns and faces the same way I'm facing for a second. From there, now he's going to take the leg that I have control, the right leg, and he's going to step over me like a horse. He keeps, get pressure off so I can talk. Thank you. He keeps the arms, and he's straddling here, and when he wants me to stop talking, He wants to pin me. He throws his hips down into me and starts raising his head up. Okay, you can get off now. Whew. Okay, so you trap the arm. I turn it, face the same way. Step over, hips down into him, hips down into him. Head up. Don't have your butt up, head down. Hips down, head up. Okay, step over, right on cowboy. Okay, another one. I used to wear that out. Love this one. This is one of those funky things. Over here. Okay, here's on a single here. I can't wait for them to get in this position. I love it. First thing I'm going to do, hook the back of his arm here. I keep my elbow on the mat. I reach over and I wrap all 4 fingers and a thumb around monkey hook, around his elbow here. I get a shallow whizzer over here. On the right side, I have his elbow hooked here. And now what I want him to do, whether he does it on his own or I help him a little bit, I want him to start circling around to get an angle on me. And I want him to hook in, like he just did on me. Whether he does it on his own, if not, I'll help him. But okay, let's say he's not going to step around. I hook here at his elbow. I get my weight on my elbow. I give my foot. So I'm going my foot. I stick my foot there until he overhooks it. Great. Now, I'll keep this, but I'm going to show you this hand. I'm now going to pull the arm forward and up. See how it's above his head? So, I'm pulling the arm forward, up, as I stick my chest down into him, which puts the head down below. I'm going to put my head down on the mat. Now this hand will still be over here, but I'm doing it in slow motion for you. And then I'm going to elevate my right leg. Elevate, 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 elevate. And he runs back, flat for the match. Okay. Now keeping my hands in place, I follow through the instruction. Shoots in on a single, boom, here, like hook, keep my leg back, let him have it. He steps in, pull, head down, keep the whizzer, keep the whizzer, keep the whizzer. Now look at his head in relation to his arm. Okay? I want to keep his head there. I can't afford to allow his arm to go there. That takes all the pressure off and the battle starts again. As long as his arm is behind his head here, and I'm holding his head in place with my chest and pull the arm behind his head, he's going, It's really hard for him to get out of here in this position. And this will fall before he does get out of there. Okay. So, there you have that. Now, we have elevators I used to make real famous and have a lot of fun with. Okay? Elevators from a high crotch. All an elevator is a ball rolling. I could either be a log or I could be a ball. Balls roll better than logs do. So remember that when you're trying your elevators. You get into a ball position, you don't get into a log position. Get into a ball position. Number 1 rule of elevator. Number 2, whatever side his head's on, you take him to. His head's on my right side, you take him to the right side. This is huge, big, gigantic. This is a mistake every kid makes. They have a tendency to fall to the left hip instead of the right hip when the head's on the right side. Because I'm usually facing him, I have my right hip to him, so the closest part to the mat is my left, so they try to drop down here instead of turning their hips on the way down. You got to turn and land on your right hip when his head's on the right side. He's in on high crotch. Here, what is first thing? As soon as he hits in, I want to hold his head like a head in the hole, front headlock, cup the chin here. I come underneath the arm here. From there, I bring my knee up. Bring my knee up. My foot slides up his thigh here and ends in the groin here. Not kicking anything, just sliding up, boom. When that knee sticks through, I'm ready to go. Here, under the arm, here. When that knee comes up, I'm ready. The hard part is getting to my right hip, because I want to fall down to my left. On the way down, I'm turning that way. Down and turn. Over they go. So they come over, pick it up, you got your half nose. You can do the same thing for standing single. He's got the head in here, you're fighting. What you need to do is put his head to the outside now. Just for a second, take both hands and go, here. I throw it to the outside, so now I'm forcing the head on the outside, double leg or single, instead of head on the inside. Arm in here, knee up, knee up, knee up. And all I'm going to do is sit. I'm not going to stay right there. If my butt lands right here on that wet X, great. If I land here, that's okay. If I land here, I'm in trouble. The object is go straight underneath you. Don't kick away and get into a log. Here, drop straight down. straight down, and go, see ya, see ya. Over he goes, and up. Elevator standing, elevator down. He's really good at it when we get on a double one. Okay, boom, hit. I start coming up. And over he goes, elevators. Okay, if you get caught in that elevator, you got halfway down, he goes, no. He puts his hand out as a brace. You're down here, and you almost let him over. And you can't quite kick him over because he's going, no. He's got a hand out as a brace. That's the only way they can stop the elevator is to put a brace arm out there. Now I'm laying flat on my back. Forget I'm doing that from talking to you. Okay, so you go here, it doesn't work. I take the hand off the chin, I bring it up here. Here's the mistake kids will make. They'll put it at the armpit, here. No, 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 no. Out here, at the tricep, when you're here. Not here, here. First thing we're gonna do is I'm taking this hand, I'm throwing it up over my head. His arm is now here, it gets over my bicep. When I throw my arm up, the hand slides up to my shoulder. Here's where I want it. I'm trying to get him over, I throw my arm up. It comes up here, step one. I can't get him over, step one, arm up. Step two, tricep. Tricep, not the armpit, tricep. Lock your hands. You now have him really tight. The obvious way to take him is that way. We're not going to. We're going to pull him across us. But the whole time, especially when you get a guy who's strong in the shoulders, that's why I'm doing it to him, he's not doing it to me. Okay, one more time, different angle. Here, I get him, it doesn't work. Step one, hand up, catch your arm at the shoulder here. And up, 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 over, tricep. No, 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 no. Yes, pull. That tightens everything up. And pull. Okay, there you have the elevators. Down on your knees, taking them on over there. There's other elevators, they're more sophisticated. You have to make a living out of elevators. I did. I'm not going to go into them, but they're the basic ones I think would work even on your average kid. Okay, next thing we're going to go cover is spladles. Everyone loves spladles. All right, from here on spladles, that's what I made up back in the early 70s. Half split scissors, half cradle, spladle. Split scissors, cradle, spladle. Okay, that's what they stand for. All right, guys in on a single leg, how do we lock this up? Just turn 30 degrees around so I can see it. Okay, he's in on a single leg. I'm fighting him here. He's got my leg. It's right, 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 or left, 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 left. He's got my right leg. I take my right hand, I reach over and do a switch on his right leg. He's got my right leg. I take my right hand, I do a switch on his right leg. Right, right. Okay? So, I reach over, he's spladling here. Single leg. I reach over. Now, here's the key. Palm down. Palm down. Not palm up. They want to do this. No, that. Reach over and lock your hands. Palm down, palm down, palm down. Don't miss that. Reach in for a switch, palm down, lock your hands. Now let him have this thing. Give him the leg. Give him the leg. You can give him the leg. He's pulling on it. Let him have it. The more he takes it, the better it is. I'm pulling the hands to me here. Okay. Working my way around. He's got my right leg. I now hook his leg. Right leg, right arm, switch his right leg. Take my right leg. I'm going to reach in and hook. Reach in and hook. Once I hook his leg, I go on back, match ends. Here. Plant both my feet on the mat, raise my hips up, and stay here forever. Remember, you're on your own back when you're laying here. Don't get too comfortable. Run to slap the mat, you get up, think you won the match, and you pin yourself. Keep one shoulder up, as you're holding him down. Okay. If you get down here, and he was pinned last week in this, and he's keeping that leg back, I can't get to that leg, you get down to the heel. Notice how I get down to the heel. Keep my hand locked, keep my hand locked, keep my hand locked, keep my hand locked, hands locked, got his heel. Don't let go and go to here. If he kicks his leg as I let go, I'll lose everything because I can't match my arm with his leg. If one arm can hold his leg, forget all the technique. Just throw him down and pin him. You got that kind of power. Okay, keep your hands locked and down to his heel. Now when you do his heel, you pull the heel this way. As you do, say, come here, come here, come here. It's magic. As you pull this heel, that foot's going to come. Match ends. Okay. You can't get that leg, it's too far back. Heel. Pull, 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 pull. Pull the heel, pull the heel, pull the heel, that foot will come back around. He doesn't have the flexibility not to let it come around. Lock it up, take him on over. You're in the same position as an example. You get here, whatever reason, you can't quite get the leg, you're fighting. The ref's only going to let you have this position for 5-10 seconds max before they go stalemate, back up. So once you're here for 5 seconds, you can't get it. You let the head slip out. We're keeping the head in here. Now what I'm going to do is let the head slip to the outside by just taking my hips away. The head pops out. This hand, top hand, goes elbow deep. Okay, I'm here fighting, I can't get it. So I let the head pop, elbow deep. Hand changes, and you're cradle. So since the spladle is half cradle, you just turn it to the cradle. And you go to the cradle and finish in the cradle. Okay, real quick, without cranking, you can do it to me. Okay? Boom, I got a single here. He's fighting, he goes over, locks it, pulls it to me. I get the body here, I'm fighting, pulls it up, gets the leg hooked in, and over he goes. Okay? If he gets to here, and I'm fighting him, and he can't get it. Maybe I'm holding his foot still. Hold this so he can't hook it in no matter what he does. You know, eventually he's going to get a stalemate. So he lets the head pop free, head pops out, he changes his hand grip, and turns it right to the cradle, and takes me back over. So, your spladle's down can turn into a cradle, because the spladle is half cradle anyhow. You do the same thing for standing. He hits it here, you're fighting single leg here. Push his head down, get it down, push his head down. As you push his head down, you just follow the head. Follow the head down, hook, here, match ends. Through here, you're fighting here, push his head down, lock in here, hook, hook, match ends. Yoke. Spladle, plant your feet, hips up. You can do it from standing. You can also do it from down on the mat. You're riding a guy, or you were got in a flurry of a takedown where you're here and he's over top of the leg. You get in this position a lot in matches. Even here, he's trying to get up. Here. See, here I'm trying to hold him down. In order for him to get up, he's got to back his hands up to there. Go back down. Okay. I'm fighting him here. He's trying to get up. As he gets to here, now I slide down to the back of his head. I go from here to here. I slide down. And he's back. We're back into our split. So, we can do it countering the single on the knees. We can do it countering single on the feet. We can do it in the down position when, you know, he steps over, hooks the leg and starts coming up. If he doesn't hook the leg, and he starts quad podding up here, you know, you can come back in and put your leg in now and let him start standing up. No, you can't catch him. Okay, so you can hook your leg in from the quad pod, or it could be in there out of a flurry of a takedown. So you have the splittles that fit in there. Now, another thing is a knee tap. Love this one too. Is anytime a guy shoots, I get in this position here, instead of doing the head and hole, I'm going to, like a locomotive, chugga, 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 woo, woo. One hand goes forward, one goes in, one goes forward, one goes back. So as I'm going forward with my right hand, left hand's coming back. Okay? So from here, I have tricep control over here, and I'll do it the other side for you in a second. I'm going to reach through, and I put my hand this way on his knee. I'm not doing anything with the knee. I'm not pushing his knee out, I'm not pushing this way, I'm not slapping it, I'm just putting my hand on his knee. The whole thing of knee tap is taking this arm, pulling it forward, pulling it forward. Here, under, pulling out. There he goes. You got, that's the key, that's the key. But if you watch it again in slow motion, if you're watching regular speed, it looks like my hand cut his leg right off underneath him. It did not. I held my hand still, I pulled him over that hand by my left arm pulling. Okay, over there, facing me. Okay, get shots fall from here. From here, when I'm ready to go, I dip my shoulder from being shoulder high to shoulder low so I can get that reach. I can't get to here if I keep my shoulder up here. Ready to go, drop my shoulder. I do not drive into him. I'm not driving into him. I'm pulling him, elongating. Post and pull. And arm comes here, across. Okay, knee tap. Boom, okay? Next one, very popular, started in Pennsylvania, called cement mixer. Really a good rule pin combination. Front hole, shot. Okay, what he's going to do is he's going to lock it up a certain way, he's going to spin. But the part I want you to spend a whole lot of time on here is, let's say we're going to do it on this tape line right here. Okay? I'm going to shoot on him on the tape line where it's straddling me, it's going to be straddling him. He's going to roll me to my right. Okay, his left. if he's going to take me that way, which he is, and you would too, both of his legs have to be on that side of this tape line. If he has anything that he owns, a shoelace that's on that side of this tape line, he ain't going to get it. Pay attention to that, coach. Anything on that side of this line, he's not going to get this thing. He's going to ball me up, he's going to circle, and then he's going to roll. And how he rolls, he's going to roll in underneath me. When he finally hits the mat, it's going to be directly underneath my body. So pretend I took a shot here, boom, I shot here. He's under the arm. You see this all the time, this cow catcher, flip the guy over. It's that same position, okay? But now what I'm going to do, I have my hand down, he reaches down and grabs it. So now he has the cow catcher, and he has my wrist control here, okay? Or from here he starts choking me with the hand a bit, and I come up to pull it off, and he grabs my hand. I don't care how he gets it. He's got my hand, he's under the arm here. Now, straddle it like the pull here, the tape line. See how we're straddling the tape line? Do not go from here. He's going to take me, he's going to push into me, he's going to ball me up. And now he's stepped over this side of that line. Now his head's going to go right underneath me. Right there. Now when he starts to pull. And up he comes. Okay, my turn. Shot sprawl, here. Get under the arm, reach down and get his wrist. Or choke him out a little bit here. He comes up to fight, grab his wrist. Okay, I push into him, I get my legs to the side. I get on this side of that tape line. I don't spend not enough time teaching you that. Step over that side. And I'm going to high leg under, I'm going to hit a bridge. I have to go slow here for this one. And I'm going to be right underneath him here. Here, touch, underneath. And then pull. Keep the wrist, keep the half, everything stays the same. And when you come up, you got one tight half Nelson. Cement mixer. This is one of those knockout punches when you're down by points. You're down getting beat by 8 points. What the heck? Lose by 10. Give it a shot. If you get it, match ends. Kid got that about 5 years ago in the NCAA finals. He was down 11-1, 11-2. Third period, boom. All the match ended. He won by pin. He was down by 8, 10 points and got a cement mixer. Works really well. Okay. Then I want to show you a counter to a limp arm. You get stuck in the Whizzer here, and he steps over the leg. You're fighting here. Hey, almost everyone from here, limp arms out. They bump into you, limp arm out, come on top. So I'm going to anticipate the limp arm. I know what he's going to do. Everyone does it. They bump in, palm up, limp arm out. So what they have to do, they have to bump in, palm up, limp out. See what I'm doing with my body? I'm taking my body away from him and then coming back in. So as he does it in real slow motion, he bumps in, turns pump. As he's bringing his arm up there, I attack. Okay, so a counter to Whizzer. Okay. Okay, from here, he has a Whizzer on me. I know what he's going to do, so I bump into him. I turn my palm up. I turn away. I start moving my arm up. I get to here. And over he goes. It's a timing move, but everyone you wrestle will do a limp arm out of a Whizzer. And when he bumps you and he goes like this, you attack. And you'll knock him right on his back. These are sucker moves in a way. You're setting things up, you know where he's going to go, and you head him off the pass. You have the military strategy of what your opponent's going to do ahead of time, so now you know how to do a counter strategy, and that's what this stuff is. Okay, other things to do, kind of fun things to play with, sucker drag, counter to sucker drag, or a frisbee, where a guy has a front headlock on you, and you're sucker dragging out from that position. Okay, I have a front headlock on him, I feel him reaching up looking for a sucker drag. I know exactly what he's going to do when he reaches up, comes over the far elbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on to his arm just like he's hanging on to mine. I'm going to post his shoulder, his right shoulder down on the mat, and as he goes around, I'm going to step over. I know he's sucker dragging, the hand comes up around my waist as he's coming out. Turns his head, pops his head out. I know what he's going to do in a sucker drag. I know he's going to do a sucker drag because he's reached across to my elbow. That's the only thing he can do from there. So from here, from now, he reaches across. And as he steps up, he goes slow. Here, as he starts to go, I control the arm. I put his arms down on the mat. And see his arms around my back here. And I step. And I catch him on his back. Okay, he'll step on me. I'll do it to him. Here, boom, here. I reach up here. I start to come to here. It's my shoulder. Down. And my arms around his back. And there he steps over. And now I catch him down my back. Sucker drag. Step over. Okay. Sagging headlock. Guy takes a shot. I get a collar tie up, instead of your front headlock, head and hold type stuff. A regular collar tie. I stay on my knees, I lower my head, I lower my head, lower my head, lower my head, lower my head, until sooner or later he goes, no, my head's too low, and he picks his head up a little bit. All I have to do is get my shoulder hooked on his forehead, push it down so his head comes up there, I'm charging. This arm's gonna go straight, this arm, just like on the knee tap, pull the arm. The key is my left arm. It's not the headlock arm, it's this arm. This is what kills it. From here, head as soon as it comes up, pull, and straighten. This one takes him down. I don't grab hold of his head. I've committed my arms, I can get re-rolled, don't want that to happen. I keep my hand out here, this is what takes him over. Okay, I'll shoot on JJ with me. Okay, shot going in here, he hits the ear, I get tired of this and start sliding my head up. Once I get my head to here, that's all the high needs to be, is he can get his shoulder on my forehead. He pulls the arm, and he keeps that arm out there so I can't block. And roll him on through. Sagging headlock. From down on the knees. Deadly. Okay. Crossbody ride. How do you get that crossbody ride when he's draping over? This is a funky one. I made it up. I like it a lot. Biased. And everything I do is designed, how do I put him on his back? I'm not trying to get out with legs, I'm trying to pin him in his own legs. And this is how I do it. Okay? Okay? He puts the leg in here, he's riding, he's draping over. Legs hooked. Once he gets over, if he's in good position, he has his elbow buried in here. Okay, that's all I need. Once he gets to here, he's in good position. His hips are high, legs in, he's got his elbow in my armpit, he's supposed to have it. That's a really good position for him. I'm going to take my opposite arm, left arm going to come over underneath, and I'm going to hold on to his bicep here. I'm going to lean up here, this is part of the move. But from here, I'm reaching under and grabbing there. Reaching under, grabbing there. Okay, so I reach under, grab this way. I don't come over, I go under the arm. Okay, from here, as soon as I get that arm, I raise up as high as I can. I don't know how high I can get, but for a second. And now I'm going to reach over and get his head. I'm doing just the opposite, which I've never been told, always told not to do it with legs. Don't reach back and get his head. He's going to wring you out. Okay, so we're going to do everything wrong and pin him. Okay, but how you stop him getting pinned is because you've got control of his arm. Don't let go of that arm. Okay, here. Reach over and get his arm. Raise up, get his head, and fall right back down. And roll. If you have this, you have him. Okay, from here, put your chin over. Hang on to it. You don't want him to get on the other side of your head. Okay, just as long as you have control of the arm, it's really easy. Now from here, I'm going to take his ear and put it on his shoulder. I have his head, pick his head up this way. See his face change, and I'm slowly working my legs on it. But I have control of that arm. When I came under, I worked it this way. Guaranteed, it works every time. Okay. Now, another thing, learned this from Jay Robinson. He was teaching coaching Minnesota. He was coaching a couple upper weights. I think they were 97-pounders or heavyweights. Don't remember anymore. It's real simple, it's real basic, good elementary wrestling, certainly good for high school. Heavyweights, excellent for big guys. Okay, chop, tight waist. Okay, chops my arm, boom, takes it down here, gets the wrist. Once he's on the wrist, he jumps across the other side, and he puts both hands on that wrist. Okay, I'm down my belly, but he's got both hands on that. Okay, and now from here, he just pulls my hand as best to me as he can, and around the head he goes. Okay, then he has arms crossed. We saw that a little bit in the cross-face cradle series. Okay, same idea. Once again, for a freeze position. Okay, chopping down, get his wrist. From there, jump to the side the wrist is trapped on, and get a hold of it with both hands. Just get a hold of it with both hands. When you're ready to go, do the best you can to pull it up, and circle, 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 circle. Okay? Keeping your weight on him. Weight off your knees. Okay? Last thing I'm going to show you, something that Ben Askren, one of the greatest pinners we have in America, did. And he did this really well. He calls it his assassin. And he buried quite a few people. And with it. Anyhow, it's in the down position. I'm down, I'm basing down, he chopped me down, whatever. He gets a leg hooked in, he comes over, and he reaches under and locks his hands here. It's kind of like a three-quarter Nelson in a way. But he reaches over top the head, underneath the near arm, and locks his hands. Then he starts pulling me in with his elbow. Gets me to here, and then he steps across me here, and then he flattens out, and he has me caught here with my head and my arm, and it gets real tight. And you start losing consciousness. You know, so much pressure comes down across that neck. Let's go from a different angle here. Okay, from here, ride, he's got the straddle, he's got leg hooks in here. You wait asunder, I'm still bracing, fighting. You see here, he starts stepping over. A lot of times I'll start moving, trying to get out of this. I'm trying to come up, but he keeps it locked. And this forearm right here comes across my carotid artery. And things start to get gray, dark, black. Okay, when you're here, you think you have something on the way out, but you don't. Okay, there you have it.